Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel, and for those of you that are new, welcome. This is my second part of a 3-part Squid Game breakdown, and today I'm covering episodes 4 to 6. Spoiler warning for anyone who has not seen Squid Game. Let's go. So picking up where we left off in episode 3, we see the quack doctor being led through a secret passageway by one of the soldiers. And we see one of the managers in the control room glitching out the footage so as to prevent anyone from knowing what's going on. The money pot fills up and the player number is updated from 187 to 108. The players are served food, but due to the small quantity of the food, Deoksu's team sneaks back into the line in order to get more food for themselves. Now notice what they are being served: a bottled drink and an egg. It was confirmed later that this was purposely done so as to start a riot within the chambers of the players. Now whilst Deoksu is beating this man up, he says, "You should learn to share," which is very ironic because he is the one being greedy. The assaulted player unfortunately loses his life, and a coffin in the form of the ribbon box is brought to take him away. And the way the shot was edited here gives a clue as to exactly who the frontman is, because it was in episode 2 that we did see the ribbon box with a card inside, which kind of mirrors this scene that's going down. And from everything we know, this is the first of many clues that implies that the frontman is actually Janho's brother. We see the quack doctor taking an eye out of one of the dead players' bodies. And this is the first time we see the hidden black market organ operations going on. Now with tension brewing and a fight about to break out in the players' chambers, the frontman calls the impending event a special game.
The special game will begin momentarily.
Which in my opinion is very crafty on the part of the managers, because the contestants have been told they will play 6 games, but technically this is a secret 7th game that's being introduced into the fray. And this is where the alliances really come to key, and the fight doesn't stop until the old man cries out as he's legitimately scared. Also, this is another clue of what happens at the very end of the series. We see that the number is reduced from 107 to 8, and the reduction of these numbers is a kind of clue to what's really going on. You come to notice that in between games, the number of players always reduces by half. And it was only in the Sugar Honeycomb game that less than half of the players were eliminated. And the secret game only ensured that the reduction of the player numbers in half was complete. But the deliberate elimination of half of the players is only apparent in the next 2 games. Deoksu and Minhyo have this very steamy session in the bathroom.
Betray me. I'll kill you, okay?
And this dialogue is very key, but I will talk about this in the 3rd breakdown, which comes tomorrow. The players are then instructed to team up in tents for the next game, which is tug of war. Sang-woo seemingly wants a safer route and wants all men in his team, which in my opinion is a little misogynistic. We see one of the coffins marked with a blood cross, and this is how the people in the black market operations identify which bodies they are going to use for harvesting organs. The old man narrates a whole tug of war strategy that the players must use in order to survive this game. Now in this tug of war game, notice that the players are shackled to the rope, meaning that even if they were to be pulled over the edge, they will still be attached from the rope until the guillotine comes and cuts the rope in half. And even after defeating this team, they are almost pulled off the ledge themselves, meaning that they all could have lost their lives in the process if they had not held firm. The marked coffin is transported through a secret hatch below the crematorium. And whilst that cremation chamber is now empty, the fire still shoots down so as to bring a form of deception to anyone else that doesn't know about those black market operations. Now in the conversation later, Minhyo says this:
building an egalitarian society.
An egalitarian society is one that is founded upon the principles of equality, essentially meaning no man is above the law in some form, but in certain countries, German. Now whilst 28 and 29, who is now Janho, go to transport these fresh parts, a mini fight breaks out where the doctor threatens to kill everybody if he doesn't know what the next game is, which is the reason why he was actually doing all of these operations to start with. And the doctor trying to escape that place below the crematorium, he is eventually found and killed by one of the soldiers, whilst the front man kills the soldier that unmasked. So Janho and number 28 have a scuffle, and after a conversation about a player whose kidney was missing, it is revealed that Janho had a kidney transplant from his brother. And so he had suspected that this player that they were harvesting organs from was a man, but it was actually a woman. And after killing number 28, he goes up this hatch into the front man's quarters, where he goes to find these records of the Squid Game. And from these records, it's revealed that the Squid Game actually started in 1998. Now in going through the player records for the current year 2020, notice that there is no number 1, which is supposed to be the old man, as he opens directly to number 2 at the first page. Another clue for everything we know down the road. And then in opening the 2015 records, he actually finds that his brother was a player in those years' games. This same ideology of the egalitarian principle is further hammered at the start of this 6th episode, where all those people that were involved in helping this doctor, as well as the doctor himself, are all hung before the players. At the start of the 6th episode, we see Gi-hun give his jacket to the old man as he's unfortunately soiled himself. Later in the episode, we see the old man return the favor as he gives him his 001 jacket, which sticks out to me in a certain way, but let me explain this. So the old man technically shouldn't even be there to start with, but he's marked 001 for certain forms of protection. But now, Gion has the 001 jacket, so what this would mean is the old man has practically tagged Gihan to win, and this comes down much later. I will talk about that in the third episode. I'm confusing a lot of you. Let me continue. Now, the frontman has always arranged his phone a certain way. This was established in the very first episode. And after receiving the call, Jan-ho later goes to pick up the phone, but there is no signal, so he puts the phone in the other direction. And this detail goes into the 7th episode, but I will talk about that in the third breakdown tomorrow. So for this next game, the players are asked to find a partner to play with, but this proves to be a plot twist when the players are to become opponents for this next game, which is with marbles. So the objective of this game is to acquire all marbles from your opponents without violence. Now, due to the doctor's death, once again there is an odd number, so Minhyo does not find a partner, so the implication is she is going to die. But this actually proves to be the loophole as she survives and competes in the next game, which I will talk about in tomorrow's breakdown. So Gion partners up with the old man, Sang-woo partners up with Ali, Ji-young partners up with Se-byuk, and Deok-soo partners up with his henchman. And this episode really shows the depths to which people would actually go in order to win a game. So we see Gion trying to swindle the old man who is feigning dementia. Ji-young fulfills her promise to Se-byuk of doing whatever it takes to make sure Se-byuk goes through.
What will you do?
Whatever it takes.
And then Sang-woo uses Ali's trusting nature against him when he puts stones into Ali's bag in order to take all the marbles, swindling him and seeing him get killed, unfortunately. This death really hurts me. And at the end of this episode, Il-nam reveals his name to Gihan. Now, whilst we didn't see Ali get shot, we do hear the PA go player so-and-so eliminated, and this is the same case for when Il-nam is shot. But with movies, and I will center on this in tomorrow's breakdown, is when you don't see a body, don't believe the person is dead. Alright, so that's it. Thank you for watching the second breakdown of Squid Game episodes 4 to 6. Please catch tomorrow's breakdown and subscribe to the channel. We are getting so close to our first 1K subscribers. I can almost taste it. But anyway, if you want to see a video that YouTube thinks is the best for you, click over here. If you want to see a video that is my most recent upload, actually the last breakdown, click over here. My name is Kpakpo. I will see you guys very soon. Take care. Goodbye.